All right, boys and girls, in this lesson, we're going to be talking about money. Everybody likes money, but we're going to be focusing on two coins in particular, okay? The first one is called a penny. A penny is made of copper. It's kind of like an orangish metallic color. On the front of it, we can see a man's face. Looks like it's Abraham Lincoln without his hat on. And if we flip it over, this one has a sort of a shield that says 1 cent, and some of the older ones have, I think that's the Lincoln Monument, I'm guessing, but a building on the other side. Sometimes pennies look very shiny, like this one, or they can get really old looking and look almost brown. So we're going to be using the penny in its newer form here, and also its older form. And we're also going to be using the dime. Now the dime is kind of like a silver color. It's actually smaller than the penny. You can see, and they're two different colors. Kind of doesn't make sense. You'd think that the smaller one would be the one with the one that's worth 1 cent would be smaller, or sorry, smaller than the dime, which is 10 cents. But for whatever reason, they decided to do it like this. So we have our dime. You can see our dime is silver. It's metallic, and this one is worth 10 cents. So here we can see another man's face. I'm not sure who that man is. And on the other side, we see kind of like some sort of Olympic torch and some flowers on the other side. And this one is called a dime, and this one is worth 10 cents. So I'm using this one, which is worth 1 cent, and this one is worth tens. Okay, it might seem familiar from when we used our chart to help us with the tens in ones place. All right, here's our tens place and our ones place. We got our tens and our ones place. This coin is worth 10. I'll put a 10 there. It's 10 cents. And this one is worth 1 cent. This is our penny. All right, so leave that there so we can see it. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use coins to try to make different numbers, to represent different numbers, and we're going to try to do it two different ways. Okay, so let me show you what I mean. So first I'm going to pick the number 12, and here we can see the 12 has 1 10 and 2 ones. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to use all pennies. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you notice that I used rows of 5? That way it makes it easier for me to count. So I could see here I have 5 and 5 make 10, just like there's 10 fingers on my hands. So I'm still not at 12 yet, so I have 10. So I'm going to keep on counting. 11, 12. Remember, the last number we say lets us know how many are here. So let's count again. So I can see that this is 5 and 5, so I know that these together make 10, and 2 make 12. 10, 11, 12. Oh, and I just realized you can't see that very well. So let me just move up a little higher and show you again. All right, I have to do this a little closer. So here we have 12, right? So now what I'm going to do, I have 10 and 2, 10, 11, 12. So I've made the number 12. So now I'm going to think about a different way to do it. Remember, we talked about that 1 dime is worth 10 pennies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 10 pennies aside and replace it with a dime. And now I've made the number 12. Count with me. 10, 11, 12. We made 12 two different ways. Let's try with another number. Move this out of the way for now. Now I have the number 18. I think you guys can see that. Number 18. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna use pennies and try to put 18 pennies to represent the number 18. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm gonna do another row of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I have 10. Now I need to go 8 more. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now I always like to double check just to make sure I've done it correctly. So let's see. 5 and 5 makes 10, so let's count 5, 10, and then another 5, 5, 10, 15, and now I'm going to count the ones. 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 was the last number I said, so I know that there are 18 pennies here. So now, let's think about how could we show this another way, but maybe using less coins. Oh, I know. I remember that I could change 10 pennies into a dime because there are 10 cents in each dime. So I'm going to take away the 10, and now I'm going to add my dime, and now help me count. So we're going to start at 10 because the dime is worth 10. We have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's try it one more time. This time we're going to practice counting by 5s, by 10s, 5s, and 1s. So let's try that. 10, another 5 is 15, 16, 17, 18. I just showed 18 two different ways. Now what I want you to try is get a hold of 20 pennies, see if you can find 20 of these pennies, and 1 or 2 dimes. And what you're gonna do is try to do the same thing that I just did. So what you can do is pause the video while you're making the number both ways and have your parents or your brother and sister check it before you move on to the next number. Okay, so remember, build the number 2 different ways, and while you're doing it, hit pause, and then when you're finished, unpause it and you can do the next number. Okay, so I'll put the numbers here for you to practice. And I'll show you the number 14 again. I wanted to make sure that this was in the frame so we can see that the number 14 is made up of 1 10 and 4 1s. So what that means is I need 4 pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put it there. There's the 4 pennies. And 1 dime. Pretty cool. Keep practicing and try to do larger numbers if these seem too easy for you. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.